What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JoeyH podcast. Today, we got a Broward County legend in the building,
Yes, sir.
directed by Junior. How are you today, man?
Bright, I'm not really an early bird, but I was willing to wake up early for this podcast for you. So I'm feeling well, healthy. God is good, I'm doing what I got to do on a daily basis. Right after this podcast, I'm gonna be out and about shooting some content throughout the day. So yeah, I'm feeling good right now. Feeling great. Thank you for
That
asking.
that's awesome, man. That's great. So this is your first time here, so I want to get sort of like a life story kind of thing out of you. So, uh, my first question is: you were born in Nigeria, but you moved to Broward County at a young age. What was that transition like?
I mean, being a kid, I was really comprehensive with the transition. I came here when I was 2 years old, so I'm not really big to worry about what was going on. But coming down from Nigeria all the way down to Fort Lauderdale, where I used to redesign in Lauderdale, it was hard making friends. I was that fish out of water type of kid. Just trying to figure out or leave my toes in this new scenario. So this transition wasn't easy, but after like hanging around with certain friends, watching television to kind of understand and get the grasp of you could say the American or the Broward culture. That what really helped me get me on my feet. But it didn't happen overnight. It was a process. It was progress that was done time and time again over time. And eventually I was able to like be able to make friends, talk fluent English. Make have my whereabouts, have a better understanding, a better comprehensive style of what to do, what not to do. And I do thank my parents, my mom, my dad, the friends, my early friends in my adolescent years, the people that I befriended growing up, that taught me the English and also the Floridian language, two languages, my Zoes, my Jamaicans, my Caribbean friends. I didn't grow up with too many Nigerian friends, or not any Nigerian friends at all. But my surrounding is my bread and butter though. My surrounding was my bread and butter. That what really got me to who I am today, directed by Junior.
Okay, okay. Now, where in Broward did you grow up?
As I said earlier, from Nigeria all the way down to Lauderdale. A lot of people know it as Deep Side. I grew up in Deep Side for about the first 6 7 years of my life, and then I moved from Deep Side to Oakland Park. Oakland Park was where I spent a lot of my I say still first early life from second grade all the way up to my freshman year of high school, Oakland Park, yes, and
Mm-hmm.
then now I stay in Sunrise. So I kind of
Okay,
bounce back and forth. I was to spend the weekends on my grandparents' house in Lauderdale Lake. So Lauderdale Lake, Lauderdale Hill, Sunrise, and now sorry, Lauderdale Lakes, Lauderdale Hill, Oakland Park, and now I stay in Sunrise. So I've been kind of everywhere in Broward County.
okay, okay. Now, what high school did you attend?
So like I said, my first 2 years of high school. Well, my first year and a half. I left halfway through my 10th grade year. I went to Northeast High in Oakland Park, Northeast High, home of the Hurricanes, and I moved from Oakland Park to Sunrise, where I finished up my high school years at Piper High School. So Northeast High for the first year and a half, and then Piper High School for my conclusion of my high school years.
Okay, okay. Now, I do have a question because you mentioned Piper High School. Did you go there when X went there?
No, a little bit after that. So no, ex presence was still there. When he was blowing up, he would swing by the front office to like collect some paperwork, yada yada yada. I remember like one time he was walking in the hallways during my time in high school during YMCA, so during like after school hours, just I can talk to a teacher. So I didn't go there while he was still in high school. But when he dropped out and was kind of blowing up, he was making appearances on campus, even during I was there, but I never got the chance to see him. Even the basketball court across Piper High School. I remember he went there. It's called I think it's called Westwind Park. I go to that park all the time. The one night I didn't go, he pulls up. My boys playing basketball, took a group photo, and I found out the next day I was so livid. Like, wow, that could have been a perfect opportunity for me to meet X right across my school. Actually, no, I mean, kind of derail the question. X was that type of person where even despite his fame, he was always out and about in Broward County. You can see him at the gas station. You can see him at your local park, running around with his shirt off, shoes off, just having a blast. So even despite his fame and his notoriety, X was always out and about, showing love to his community, showing love to his Broward native, even showing love to his previous high school, which was Piper High School.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that because I know people that have had experiences with X and similar to what you're talking about. Like they just see him randomly around Broward County, and they said he was always a nice guy to talk to. So, uh,
Yeah,
now you are a Broward College Seahawk. I am a Broward College Seahawk myself. I just graduated from there last December.
congrats,
Thank you,
congrats.
man. Thank you. So, after high school, what led to your decision to go there?
Oh, this is gonna be kind of a long one. So story. So I mean, one Broward County is a community college. Very affordable. I grew up in a Nigerian household where the expectations is where you don't want to become a doctor or a lawyer. Something, a career that's more so guaranteed salary, in
Mhm.
which I wasn't interested in. My mom wanted me to be anything in the medical field. I was taking the first, I think, year becoming a physical therapist or a registered nurse. I was doing it just because of my parents. I was excelling in my class and getting good grades, doing what I got to do, but I wasn't happy.
Mhm.
I wasn't happy, but I was still making friends. I still adore the Seahawks Foundation. I was going to school to to do anything in the medical field, but I wasn't, satisfied. So behind my parents' back, I switched my majors to which I was doing medical, and now I was doing, anything that was media, filmmaking, whatever you want to call it. So I was excelling in media and filmmaking, but this time I was happy, taking film theory, taking all these classes that I was happy to be in. And one of the classes that I will always adore that really got me to where I am is film editing. Editing videos, this and that. Um, so I met some great professors over my time of going over there. Used to edit up in at I forgot what building that is. I think building 6 with the
Yeah, building
museum.
6.
Yeah, buildings with the museum and the computer lab. I used to spend hours, days in and days out until they would close the computer lab up to just edit, edit, edit. Like I said, I do it the friends I made over there, and also just like the memories really. So like I said, I was over excelling in my filmmaking classes, and once my mom caught wind of me, transferring majors, we used to have back and forth in the house, screaming matches, this and that, to where she wasn't happy. But after like time and time again of us going back and forth, she finally let me do what I got to do, and ever since then, I also got a shot at one of my professors, James Emerson. He was teaching at the Pembroke Pines location. He recommended that I take one of my films and submit to film festivals. Ever since then, I never looked back. Directed by June wasn't born yet, but I will give the credit, huge credit to Broward County, Broward College for kind of giving me that stepping stone to where I am today. The early stages were really I adore, and I still do adore, very much adore my years at Broward College, with the professors, with the students, with the resources that I use over there, the library, the computer lab. I still think to this day how much I appreciate Broward College. Really, really do. I
Yeah,
graduated
man.
at I graduated at FAU. I can say the same thing for FAU as well. I graduated like December FAU. Broward College, I graduated a couple years ago, maybe 2, 3 years ago. But yeah, I adore my time over there.
Absolutely, and I don't doubt at all, like what you're saying because Broward College, I could confidently say I was there for 3 years and it definitely made me into who I am today.
Hmm.
So that's great to hear. So and also, did you have your graduation at the Florida Panthers arena at
For
Broward College?
for I didn't even attend my graduate. I mean, I went for my associates. I personally didn't think that was worth like walking the stage, knowing I was going to go to transfer to FAU. So no, I didn't attend my Broward College graduation. If there was one for me, I purposely didn't go. I knew I was going to transfer school. So
All right, I got you. Now, you did mention you transferred to FAU. So, what was your experience like there?
I mean, if you thought I appreciated Broward College, I down to earth appreciate my time at FAU. I started going to FAU the summer of 2023, but not even in the Boca Raton campus. I started at the downtown Florida campus near Las Olas, which is merged with Broward College. If you're familiar with that,
Yeah.
and I spent the whole summer, literally the whole summer, in the computer lab of FAU on I think the ninth floor over there where I was working on a boxing documentary. I would go to class from 8 till 3, which was full of computers. I would take TV production over there, and my professor was cool enough to let me use the room after class. So I would extend my time over there from 3 to like maybe 9 or 10 at night. During and that was
Mm.
during like the NBA playoffs. I would like edit on one computer, watch the Nuggets play the Heat at the same time. So like my time over there was very much, well spent. I adored my time at FAU. Once I started taking semesters classes in the summer, transitioning to the fall, that's where I really dipped my toes in the Boca Raton campus. Met a lot of great people, got involved in a lot of clubs. And really I ain't going as far as say that FAU is where Directed by Junior was born. Before I used to go under the name on Don't TV. It didn't really go anywhere, but it was a stepping stone in my journey. But Directed by Junior was where it was born at FAU, really. So I really do adore like I said, for Broward College, the students, the professors, the resources. Despite me commuting all the way from Broward to FAU, which was a tough commute,
Yeah,
my time at FAU was awesome, man. It was great.
that's
I
great
had
to hear,
really a
man. That's
great time.
great to hear.
Yeah, and I
S-
graduated last December too as well. So boom.
Nice, man. That's awesome. So yeah, I saw the photos that you were posted up outside of the swap shop. Like that was awesome to see.
Yeah,
So
appreciate it, brother.
what inspired you to go full passion with this Directed by Junior brand? And you know, are you happy with the success that you see today? Like, because I feel like, all my friends from Broward County, they follow you. They know me personally, I found out certain Broward County news from you. So, you know, are you at all happy with your success? And I know they say never satisfied, but are you satisfied?
I can even add on to the question by saying like, what made me take this step to doing content creation. I can answer all those questions right now. So, growing up, I was always that type of kid. I was always glued to the TV, the television screen, watching like, Cartoon Network, watching Disney Channel, whatever, from reality TV show. I was a very much a media type of kid. I love television, movies, and I just love media, But one of my favorite piece of media is Pixar animation, Disney. The way they do their storytelling, the way they do their script writing, the way they convey a message on the screen to where I wanted to do something like that, or at least anything that involves making a video, So over time, I will study the game. Like I said, I learned how to edit at FA at Broward College, and what really got me to where I am today was just being consistent, being hungry for what I want to do. Because I always grew up, not only as a kid that loved watching TV, but also a kid that always was on the internet, watching YouTube videos, early YouTube days. So yeah, I was always the type of kid that was always on the internet and always enjoy watching like, movies and television, all that type of stuff. So December 2024, I was just making videos. And I told myself going into 2025, I really want to get this. I want to rebrand from Don't TV to Directed by Junior. What am I going to do to like get to where I am today? Because what was holding me back was not being consistent. I was too focused on the quality, but not the quantity. Since I was
Hmm.
focused on the quality, it would take me forever to get my videos out. I was more so focused on YouTube videos. It took me months to edit the video, post it. I was always focused on being perfect. So I told myself, let me kind of yes, try to be on the perfect side of things, but more so focus on the quantity side of things, be consistent. So going into 2024, going to 2025, I was posting every single day just random videos. It wasn't even Broward, it was random. One video that really sparked people interest when I posted about the swap shop closing down. You know, I got that spark, and once I got that fire, I try not. Once I got that fire, I told myself I will not let this fire ignite out. I don't let this fire like blow away. So I posted every single day. And ever since then, like at least 2024, 2025, I was posting every single day. The only time I didn't post was when I got banned
Hmm.
on October 20th. Was when I got banned and when I went to Nigeria. Other than that, I wanted a crazy one of posting every single day to where I was growing my audience. I found my niche, Broward County. I was keeping up to date, what was going on. I had a great circle of friends that would, give me information on what to do, where to go for closures and openings, keeping my circle like keeping my circle of friends telling me what to do and not to do that type of stuff. But just being consistent, what really got me here today. And yes, I am satisfied, I am blessed, but the work is not done. There's more work that has to be done. I feel like LeBron right now. There's more that has to be done, man. Honestly,
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's a great answer.
yeah.
So now I do have to ask you some questions about Broward County and
Let's go for it.
your own personal preferences. So, what are sorry, who is your favorite rapper to come out of Broward County?
I mean, that's easy, man. Yak himself, Kodak Black, man. My biggest goal in this content creation journey is to do a collaboration with him. I've been following him since I was in fifth grade, Project Baby, and seeing him, in and out of prison, dropping projects. His appearance changed from the wigs to him cutting his hair. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I will admit, I don't think the music is the same how it is today, but the early Kodak, you know, it is always inspiring to see a guy like him come from Pompano, doing his thing and doing his music. And even watching his music video, you see sometimes that he uses the Broward surroundings in his music videos. Like, wow, this man really came from the Golden Acres. And look where he's at today. Even despite the criminal charges, even despite his troubled past, I still think he's him. He's the guy that did it from the dirty, the Golden Acres, man. Honestly, Kodak is one of my favorite rappers. Come out of Broward County.
Okay, okay. Now, who is oh yeah, sorry. All right, here we go. What is your favorite food spot in Broward County?
Well, that's a tough one. I could give a couple shout outs to some honorable mentions.
Okay.
Dem Boys Barbecue. Yeah. Dem Boys Barbecue food truck. They're not really stationed at one spot. They go around Broward County serving food and good cuisine. King's Originals in Lauderhill. My boy Luke from King's Originals. They serve some of the best halal chicken there is in Broward County. But the one spot I go to time and time again is my boy Steve's restaurant, Cortez Mexican restaurant. That's my favorite spot. I love the nachos, the burritos, the carne asada. I get that all the time. Get my steak medium rare with the rice and the refried beans. Cortez Mexican restaurant located on Andrews Avenue in Oakland Park. Steven, my manager, and my best friend, restaurant, family owned restaurant, by the way, is one of my favorite restaurants to, dine in. I went there for Cinco de Mayo and I go there all the time. Cortez Mexican restaurant.
Okay, okay. I'll have to try it out, man. I'll have to try
No,
it
you have
out.
to, man. Let Steven know he gets you right, brother.
All right, no problem. So now this one, as you may know from watching my content, I am big on sports. So I am interested to know, who do you think is the best football player that played high school football in Broward County?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, you like comparing myself to you and even my boy Steven, y'all are very into football. I feel like I'm more
Mhm.
of a college type of guy more than NFL. So my football knowledge is not on the level of you guys are, but I do know like a thing or two about football. But when it comes to high school ball, transition to like the NFL, I have to give it to Lamar Jackson. I remember even during like Vines, there was a clip of him that went viral when he was in high school. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly that one. So I got. I mean, I know. I remember growing up. I used to see a few clips of like Lamar Jackson. Look what he's doing right now. He's doing his thing. He was one of the former NFL Madden covers. He's doing his thing in the Baltimore Ravens. Getting paid, doing what he got to do. And
Mhm.
he's also from Pompano Beach, just like with Kodak. So I got to give it to on Lamar Jackson. Honestly,
All right.
phenomenal player.
All right, and I gotta shout you out. I know you did a video a few weeks ago on Sam Bruce, man. He went to my high
Yeah, Sam
school.
Bruce. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, he went
Rest
to
in
my
peace,
high
Sam Bruce.
school. He went to St. Thomas, man. It was that was tragic. Like, but you
I
know,
feel like Sam Bruce is the biggest what if, not just in South Florida, but in football history. The biggest what if, man. He would. I feel like he would have been a phenomenal player.
absolutely. I don't doubt that for a second, man. Because you saw, like, because I've seen him play in person. Like, you saw the speed, you saw the talent. It was undeniable. You know what I mean? And like, and the courage that he had to follow Coach Harriet from U School to St. Thomas, and Coach Harriet's still the head coach of St. Thomas to this day. So it's you know his presence is still very much felt there. So
Yeah, man, the football scene is very, very. Sometimes it brings us together, but it's also sad at times. Me a couple years ago, me and Stephen, we went to the Florida Gators game where they played LSU, and I saw Lacey play, man. Before the unfortunate circumstances, but I saw him play. My Gators, they beat them, but even despite it was great seeing Lacey do what he had done on the field before you know, the unfortunate circumstances had happened to him. But yeah, man, like I more so follow college, but even then, my college is knowledge not there. But
I understand.
I do enjoy college ball more than the NFL. But I still have a appreciation for the NFL as well, especially when it comes to like the recruitment of like South Florida players. You know,
I got you. I got you. Yeah, definitely. A rest in peace to Kyron Lacey for sure. So
absolutely.
I ask this question to almost everyone that I interview, uh, which is what motivates you?
What motivates me is my family, man, my friends. They like I say the people that really believe in me, because I feel like the ones that believe in me, if I don't do nothing about my talent and they believe in me, it's like I'm letting them down. You know, they believe in me. I'm not doing nothing with my talent or my resources. I can't live a lifestyle where people are believing in me and I do nothing about it. I'm letting them down. So it's really my circle is what motivates me, man. My circle, my girl, my mom, my dad. My mom is more supportive now. Before she was, but she's more supportive. My mom, my dad, my phenomenal grounded friend group, seeing them, and even like the success I'm getting now with the likes. Not that the likes bad, but like the share, the likes, the views. People are loving what I'm doing. It's just confirmation that what I'm doing is not corny, it's not cringy. It's loved by a lot of people. So that's what motivates me. You know, I go out in public sometimes, go to Publix or go to a local Walmart. People are stopping me. Oh, can I get a picture of you, man? It's like, what, you want a picture of me? Like what? And
Yeah.
I've been seeing that a lot over the course of the. I've been seeing that a lot in like the course of the year and a half. You know, so that's like my biggest motivation, man.
All right. All right. Now, and that's a great answer because it's a very open-ended question and I get a lot of open-ended answers with that. So to hear that, that's amazing. Now, my last question to you is, and I know you've kind of answered it throughout the video, so I just hope that you can expand on it. What can we expect from you in the future?
What can you expect? Me shaking hands with the right people. You know, one thing I love doing is just connecting with people. I just did a video with Broward County schools, and I will be doing more videos with them, Broward County schools, doing videos with just higher up people and also just help other content creators. I want to start my own business where I help other content creators kick off their own thing, especially in South Florida. One thing I learned is that there's a lot of talented people in South Florida, from music to athletes to clothing brands, you name it, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What people struggle is, you know, getting themselves out to make a name for themselves. They have the talent, but they don't have the mindset or the resources of how to they can like get them their name out there. I'm still learning, but I feel like, you know, what I know, I can help other people. It's not gonna be an easy run. It's not gonna be an easy walk through life, but I want to help other people, you know, maybe like a seminar or like a class, or just, you know, give them pinpoints or advice. I want to help other people, small creators are talented, you know, get their names out there, showcase themselves, you know, putting their face out there. His dad, and like I said earlier, just, you know, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? What just, you know, being in the right room with other people. Hopefully very soon I'm gonna be doing video with Visit Lauderdale very soon. Like I said, Broward County School. So, you know, just shaking hands with the right people to get my brand, Directed by Junior, to the higher to sky's the limit, you know. So just being more out there and helping other people.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's great to hear. Well, Junior, I really do appreciate you pulling up and doing this. And if you have any final words, go right ahead.
Really, big or small, no matter like the shape or size, everybody that been watching my videos, simply just liking, following my content, you know, resharing my videos, or just watching it, you know. Thank you, honestly. You know, y'all the reason why I do what I got to do today. Because me making the videos is like, you know, me making the videos. What really matters is the ones that are watching the videos. You know, from the county, from South Florida, even all the way down to like maybe, you know, Gainesville or Tampa, or even outside of Florida. I think everybody, you know, from afar to abroad for watching my videos. Honestly, man, you got me to where I am today. But like I said earlier in this podcast, the job is not finished, man. There's more produce from more stuff I want to do. And even to kind of answer the last question, another thing I really want to get into is filmmaking too, making short filmmaking, you know, theatrical releases, you know, get into the filmmaking scene, you know, filmmaking world. But yeah, thank everybody that been watching my videos, even watching this podcast, you know, from the start to the beginning to the end, you know. Thank you, Joey, for, you know, coordinating this and having me on the show. Thank you.
No problem, man. No problem. And guys, Junior's links will be in the description down below. You can follow him on Instagram, and I'm sure he has TikTok and all that stuff. So, in fact, you want to shout out your handles real quick?
Sure, man. TikTok, IG at DirectedByJunior. That's my main primary social media. Very soon we'll be getting into LinkedIn. I want to get to the the business side of things. Take things more serious. Use LinkedIn also as a media page to reach networks and businesses. Don't have a LinkedIn yet, but very soon I will be having a link to where maybe I can let Joey know to put it somewhere in the video or in the description below. But yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Jersey by Junior. Check me out.
All right, all right. Well, guys, thank you so much for
Oh,
watching
sorry,
this.
sorry, and YouTube as well. YouTube. I'm so sorry. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Directed by Junior. Same name.
Okay. Okay, I got you. All right. And all his links will be in the description. Okay. Uh guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you so much for all the love throughout the years. And Junior, thanks again for doing this, man. A long time in the making. And I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, giving light to my platform, man.
Gotcha, brothers. And thanks for being very transparent and very patient with me. My schedule is all over the place. I do work a regular job as well. So I used to have school on my plate. Now I don't. But I say almost Monday through Saturday. Sundays the day I kind of wind down. Monday through Saturdays where I'm really out and about, being very productive. So, but I'm glad I was able to make some time. 30, 32 minutes into this podcast. Share my life and my experience with you, man. Thank you for having me a part of this podcast. Honestly,
No problem, man. No problem. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out. Have a great day.
peace out, brother.